Sakoku decree, the Vision Hunt decree.
Ad Astra ab.
I can't relax and come back home, and I'm wasted contention.
Wait. I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing.
Now I'm picking up a strong scent.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami. Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
Huh. So it's an underground warehouse.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place, but the residue it left behind still hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration, I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source resided here for a very long time.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time. From what I've been told, Tatarigami but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside. If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth. You needn't worry. Both... Huh.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary! Paimon was so sure that the warehouse boogeyman was about to jump out at us!
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami energy's source left this place. 2 ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune has already befallen them. Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from. Quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you. Perhaps you, too, will perceive its ominous presence in the wind.
Oh. That's easy.
From this point, the trail appears to split into two. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Let my name echo in song! Don't blink! May I... Incoming!
Reinforcements.
I'm going in! Hey! Huh, nowhere to hide. Oh, brilliant! Let the world come alive!
It's,
Ugh! Look at this red
by the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. Well, let's take a... According to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded.
So, where is he?
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point. Yes, right now we need to uncover some more important truths. If Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately,
Right! So let's get moving!
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey for a practitioner of the martial arts. The easiest desire to inflame with all the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance, but also zeroes in on the attacker's identity.
Wait! You figured it out?
I believe so. But it's on with the search. We must stay vigilant. At He seems to have...
Why here? Is there any...
I'm not sure. But on Show yourself! It's no...
Kaede Harakazua. It's you, at last.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before! What's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is Amenome Yuya that stands before us. But what if instead of facing Amenome Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it... Whoa! Surely you don't mean...
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years. Or rather, as a means to occupy Amenome Yuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams. As a descendant of the Kaedehara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life, he not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own. In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
So... swords? Can be...
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power.
So Amenome Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed?
My hosts? Who cares what happens when they got tired or in... After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's where, at long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Amenome Yuya's body, Kaedehara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other. Now, give your body over.
I would have been more impressed if the sword was talking with a mouth.
We shall rewrite history!
The show begins!
Submit to me! We shall rewrite history!
Wind Strider!
Submit to me!
As one with wind and cloud! Wind Strider! That hurts!
We shall rewrite history!
Submit
to me!
It's fine.
Enhanced animal module. Stand clear.
Do not stand in my way, or I will strike you down!
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost? I can never lose. It is that even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vessel at will. The end result is the same.
Ocean, maybe?
And even if I were to lose by any means necessary.
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Really? You can tell all that just from his moves?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the youth. Since the blade is currently possessing Amenome Yuya's body, its movements express the inner... If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your death.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of in that regard. Why would I ever need your help?
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner. Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new...
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Aminome Yuya and make...
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever I think you realized your limitations long ago. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long...
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away from achieving my goal!
You returned to Inazuma to prove even if you were to sever that divine light. Is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired? Sure, you inherited this. How could you possibly
Silence! I must achieve my goal. I will concede that you are most...
And you should face...
Easy for you to say. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. It is
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge...
Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemy. Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Aminome Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Aminome Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the Blade's puppet. The Cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating.
Interesting.
This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Aminome Yuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I would now. Take me in your hand.
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will. Thank you.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
All right. Please lead the way.
Yuya. What should we do with him?
The blade says he'll let Aminoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Are we sure this is a good idea? It's a pretty treacherous journey. Okay, fine. Just be careful.
Oh, I'm so blind. Wasn't supposed to be. Oh, wrong way.
Chivalry will never die.
Leave everything on this
I guess
journey
it
to
didn't
me.
matter.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm. Let's keep going.
Wait.
Time to go.
It's my lucky day. Boom.
Time to go.
Berry.
As one with wind and cloud.
Finally, let's get down to business. To the ferry. Finally,
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength, he cannot hold out much longer.
But what would that do to Aminome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
Now
Time to go. Tch. Clouds high, the birds call.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really struggling the entire fight.
Yes. And it looks like he's reached his limit.
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk!
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of... I finally figured out why it was you wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield command. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will be the only one who...
Huh? What's that?
Here they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from? Yup! We can help this time!
Don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more...
Day.
As one with wind and cloud!
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though no one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does. Too much time has passed. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is. Perhaps I shall never reach that level of glory.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Skill. Blade. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived to Tatarigami as a malevolent. Though you tried to cooperate with me,
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether I feel a great sense of regret for you. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. You have known this for a long time.
He gave me everything. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry. From here on, I shall forge your legacy." How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things. When I
just got out of
touched the
dialogue.
hilt for the
Come on.
first time, It's as if I was transported to a strange dimension.
You could have said that 2
A
feet
bladesmith
closer.
lay quietly on the bed. His frail face barely... A newly forged blade lay by his side.
Wow. That was the blade?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation, so he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey. But all he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith. That they...
So that's the true story. But after that...
Right. I believe this blade has come... Yes. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While he seems to have calmed down, though.
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness. But darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Amenoma, but I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the entire purpose for my existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push your luck, miss...
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot milder. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle. Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had... My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the... You are a fine warrior.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. He must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has this...
I see. I utterly despise him and his actions. If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I do not wish to be a mere victim.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Tenryo Commission.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't... In any case, for a final duel, I think we should...
What do I... Oh. What is this? Just a light. Oh. I realize that you were perfect. I can't climb up.
Hey! With sword comes shadow. Shower me with praise! Speed of light! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up! Worked up. Yeah. Oh, let my name echo in song! Let's light it up! Didn't see that coming. Let me weave you a verse. Incoming! Hey! I always bounce back. Just hit. Speed of light. Hit. Don't blink. Cut to the chase. Hey! That's everything. On to the next.
Who are you?
Speed of light. Hey! No, my sword. Yeah.
Get off the wall.
This will do!
May I present? Time to shine. Don't blink. Nowhere to hide. Speed of light.
Cut down!
I'm going in.
This.
Where? Oh. Nope. 2 particles. Oh wait, I'm supposed to do something. Where am I? Here am I. Mm-hmm. Wait, what? I'm confused. Down? Was it down? Will I reach you?
Off we go!
Oh, it was down. Places more than you. Whenever I'm with you. When you come home. Home is whenever I'm with you. Take me home. Okay.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Even now, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that blade hasn't told us everything. Still, even if he's are you ready?
Ready? Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin art, Kaedahara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenome Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Wind Strider. That hurt! Wind Strider. Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wind Strider.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in his sense of savage cruelty has complete.
You also fought well. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you.
You need not seek my forgiveness. Nor do I have the... It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kai. I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes. I too trust Mr. Kaedahara to do the right thing.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma smithy. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go there for?
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
It's Yuya! You have...
I am sorry to have troubled you.
A prized Ishin blade. Turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity. But I have some good news as well.
Really? Is he okay?
Yes. Badly wounded, but he will live. And now that Yuya is back, it seems like the final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious. I have decided to let him do it.
Guess there's nothing we can...
Thank you. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
That's pretty cool.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that, speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished. I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me, just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me.
Oh,
I will continue to support you from this point on.
wait! Shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our and it's also time to give him a response.
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were lost. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanoma Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon by means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see. I understand.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled.
You misunderstand. That was
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well, I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the Shogunate's assistance, please do.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida. Paimon was ready to ask her a million more questions, but didn't want to seem too pushy. Like, about these Descenders. So, does that just mean people like you who come traveling to Teyvat from someplace else? And as for your brother... Whew, so many questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find out.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
Wait, the delicious change? No. Oh, 6 more days. Almost.
Ad Astra Ab... Thank you for completing...
Thank you. Now what? Bennett. Oh.
Ben! Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Nice. Need more books. Damn.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there. Incoming! Hey! That's gonna hurt in the Witness the power of Goop! Don't blink!
Oh, come on.
Cut to the chase! Speed of light! Don't blink! Hey! Rain outlines your... Incoming! Teamwork is dreamwork! Speed of light! Let my name echo in song! Strike a pop! Hey! Know my sword! Let me weave you a verse. Incoming! With sword comes shadow. Speed of light! Shower me with praise! Let the world come alive! Going in! Incoming! Nowhere to hide!
Ascend. Oh.
Benny's adventure team, assemble! Oh.
Hmm. So I need
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
pieces, some stone, more pieces. Hmm.
Ah.
Well, this is an odd spot.
Frozen. Crisp. Put your back into it! Frozen just said.
Speed of light! How brilliant! Don't blink! Ah. Witness the power of good! Incoming! Let my name echo in song! With sword comes shadow. Speed of light!
It's no problem.
Income! Everybody stand! Don't blink!
Your turn.
Nowhere to hide! Speed of light! Rain outlines your fate! Rain! Incoming! Time to shine! Strike a pose! Let's light it up! Going in! Let's light it up! I can no longer. Everybody stand back! Cut to the chase!
Let's end this quickly!
Get off the wall.
Let my name echo in song! Let me weave you a verse. Speed of light! Rain outlines your... Don't blink! Nowhere to hide. Incoming! Hey!
I guess this is it.
Get off the tree. Let's just go somewhere else.
The sun is out. Our work's done for the day.
that.